So here we are in GIMP. You can download GIMP from gimp.org. GIMP is available for Windows, Mac and Linux. So what I'm gonna do is create a new file. You can go to File, hit New. So my width and height of the image is 3840 by 2160. By default, you will have 1920 by 1080 pixels. You can set it like this or leave it to default. Make sure pixels is selected. Then hit OK, and GIMP will create a plain canvas for you. So let me introduce you some shortcuts in GIMP. By pressing Z on keyboard, you will bring up the zoom tool. By left clicking, you can zoom in, and by holding Ctrl and left clicking, you'll zoom out. You can hold space to move around the canvas, and what I'm gonna do is create a new layer. You have to click here to create a new layer. You can name it as anything, but what I'm gonna do is draw a rough sketch of what I will make today. So let's name it as sketch. Hit OK, and let's bring up the brush tool, and let me do a rough drawing of what we are going to do. So this drawing does not need to be precise. You can use this drawing as a reference. You can use your sketch as a reference. So what I'm gonna do is create a first hill on which there will be a fox. And what I'm gonna do is create a series of layered hills until the last layer on which there will be a nice sun or moon. Okay, so this is my drawing. So you can also draw a rough sketch so it can remind you what you have to draw. So I'm gonna delete this sketch. You can keep it as reference. What I'm gonna do is create a new layer. I'm gonna name it as layer. Hit OK, and make sure layer is selected, and press F to bring up the free select tool. You can also select here, and what I'm gonna do at the right position, I'm gonna draw a hill-like structure like that. So you have to draw a hill-like structure and bring it at the end. Here we'll see a line like thingy. You have to bring this line at the start point where you can see the yellow circle, and your hill is completed. So what I'm gonna do is go to my color. So make sure HSV is selected. By default it will have LCH. Go to HU and select a color. I'm gonna choose orange. You can choose anything like blue to give it a night-like look, or a green. I'm gonna choose orange. Go to V and increase some brightness here, not too much, balance like this. Hit OK, bring up the fill tool and click on it to fill it with that color. Double click it to fill it with that color. Okay, so to deselect this, press Ctrl+Shift+A. Now it looks nice. What I'm gonna do is create another layer, set it like this. You can name it as hill 1, hill 2, like that. What I'm gonna do is look at the free select tool and create a short hill-like structure, bring it at the end, complete it where it was started. And what I'm gonna do is, here is where the main part comes. I'm gonna increase the brightness a bit. So what you have to remember is, don't decrease brightness too much or don't decrease it less. Make sure it is noticeable. For example, this is the current color which you have selected, and this is the old color which is of that hill. Hit OK. Bring up the fill tool. It's Shortcut is Shift+B. Click here, double click it to fill it, and what you have to do is bring the layer 1 behind the layer. You can click here to bring it behind, press Ctrl+Shift+A, so now it looks like layered, like this hill is at front and this is back. So how does this work is the layer at this point is created first. For example, the background layer is created first, then this hill is created second, and at the last our first hill is created. So I'm gonna create a new layer, hit OK, bring up the free select tool, again gonna build a hill like structure. At the end, complete it and increase the brightness and fill it with this color. Bring it down like that, Ctrl+Shift+A, and bring it down like that. You have to create a layered like landscape like that. Complete it at the end. Choose a brighter color than the original one, hit OK, press Shift+B and fill the color and bring it down. Bring up the free select tool, Ctrl+Shift+A, bring the free select. So you can create as many layers as you want. So it's like that, the more layers you create, the more layered hills you create, that much better drawing will be there. So, oh, forgot to create a layer. So create that, choose a brighter color and fill it. I'm going to show you a hack in case if you miss the color, like press somewhere else and you missed the color. So what you have to do is, I think, so for the next hill, for example, for the next hill, I need this color. I need to make this color as brighter as brighter, like I have done here. So you can choose this tool, color picker, and pick this color, and now we have this back. So I can make it brighter, hit OK, and drag in a hill at the end, complete it and fill it with this color. So the colors are not disturbed either. So if you press somewhere else and change the series of color, don't worry, you can choose this color picker tool to get the old color and make it brighter so that you can continue your landscape. Okay, so let me do that till the end. So I'm fast forwarding this video, and when I'll create till the end, I will come back. Enjoy. So here I am with my all layered mountains completed. So this would look cool. It would be more cool if you add blue like color. It will look a night feeling. So what you have to do is, so you can see I have my layers like this is created first, then this, and till the end. So what I'm gonna do is create a new layer for the sun or moon you want to add, and let's name it as moon. Hit OK, and what I'm gonna do is bring up the ellipse tool. You have to press E, or you can select here, and on holding shift, draw a nice ellipse like that. Yeah, and move it. I think move it a little bit up. After drawing, you can move it anywhere, a little bit here. Yeah, that's cool. So what I'm gonna do is select a color. What I'm gonna do is bring it to the brightest as possible. Go to saturation, not too bright, brightest as possible. Go to S, saturation, and decrease saturation bit like that. Hit OK, and Shift+B Fill tool, and fill this with color, and bring it behind of those hills. That looks cool. Ctrl+Shift+A to deselect. Yeah, that looks cool. So what I have to now, let's fill our background with some cool sky color. So what I'm gonna do is increase the saturation, go to V, and gonna bring it to white. I'm gonna increase the brightness and go to background, Shift+B, and like that. That looks cool. So you can fill any color as you want. For example, I think decrease a brightness a bit like that. Okay, so that looks cool. And what I'm gonna do is, I think we should populate the scene with some cool trees. So you can add trees in GIMP in many ways. So in this tutorial, what I'm gonna do is use a brush preset to paint trees here. So you need to download a brush preset for that. So here a brush preset to you need a brush preset to paint some trees. So I already have some preset, but these presets are not default in GIMP. Let me show you that. Yeah, you can see some cool trees here. So let me show you how to get this preset. So actually you have to download it from internet. So this file I will give you in the link in the description. I will give this file in the link in the description. You have to just download, extract, and you get this trees file. So what I have to do is, next open your GIMP's root folder. So where is GIMP root folder? If you have selected the default installation, then it should be in local disk C program files GIMP 2. But as I have selected manual installation, where I have set to be my GIMP root folder in here, so here you will find a GIMP 2 folder. So to go to GIMP 2, share, GIMP 2.0, and under brushes you have to drag and drop the file. So I have already done that. So go ahead in GIMP, and after that you will see some cool tree brush presets here. So what I'm gonna do is select the brush tool. Its shortcut is P, by the way, and I have currently this preset is selected. So what I'm gonna do is select a tree from here. I think this photo is looking cool. So I'm gonna make sure to select a black color as we want that silhouette look. Select black color, hit OK, and let me decrease the size. You can increase and decrease the size of the brush either by here or by the bracket keys on your keyboard, the square bracket keys. So let me paint that here. To just left click to paint. Oh, first you have to create a layer. Yeah, that's what I forgot. So first you have to create a layer. I'm gonna name it as trees. Hit OK and bring this layer at the top. Yeah, here. So what I'm gonna do is paint some trees here, by the way, somewhat here, and like that. So let's paint trees here, but let's decrease the size of the trees as it will look like the tree is far more a bit. Yeah, like that, like here, some here, and here. That maybe decrease it more here and some kind of here. So what you have to do is paint some cool trees and populate the scene with those trees. Some kind of here, and decrease the size here, 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 so some here, here, and decrease the size here, here, and here. Okay, so you can populate more trees in your scene as you like. So I'm gonna add a few of them here, some kind of here, and that looks cool. That brings some, so that looks cool. Some kind of trees, and also in my brush preset I have a grass preset which we can add here. Let me show you in a minute. Here. Okay, so as I said, I have a grass preset. It should be here. Yeah, as you can see here it is here. Yeah, so I have a grass preset which I can paint here. So what I'm gonna do is decrease, that's too big, decrease its size Let me zoom. Let me zoom the scene. Let me zoom in, and what I'm gonna do is paint maybe a bit smaller. Let me choose this preset. That needs to be smaller. So yeah, that preset. So I think we need this color. So I'm gonna press O to bring the eye picker tool, and P to just paint this grass in here like that, like here. So yeah, the grass in the scene looks very cool. You can also search online some grass brush presets. So yeah, to paint that, what you have to do is select O to. Okay, so let me explain. For example, I have to paint some grass on here. So what I have to do is press O to pick this color, and P with the grass brush preset selected to increase the size and the paint so that it looks kind of natural. So yeah, you can add some more cool stuff. There are many brush presets available, and you can find them easily. So what I'm gonna do is create a separate layer for grass as it is overlapping those trees. So create a new layer, name it as grass, and bring it behind the trees. Okay, so then paint the grass here. So I think so it's your choice. You can add grass to some mountains, or you can add grass to every mountain. Let's fill in some here. Here, some here. That looks cool. As it doesn't overlap the trees, it stays behind the trees. And what I'm gonna do is add this final grass to this hill. If you want, you can add grass to each and every hill you want. But I'm gonna paint it here, decrease the size a bit. Oh, I have big color, I think, yeah. And paint those cool grass here. You can choose from many grass presets. Just you have to search grass brush pack for GIMP, or if you can select Photoshop. So one thing I want to explain that the drag and drop we did was to import Photoshop brushes. You can also import Photoshop brushes in GIMP as the way I shown. .abr format. So the official format to import brushes is .gbr. You can do either by importing it here, or as the drag and drop way I showed you. So like that. Here there are many cool brush presets on the internet, like you have to create a fire effect, a snow effect, a smoke effect, or anything you can imagine. So here we have finally created our 2D landscape, and that looks very cool. We have successfully made a 2D landscape here. So we have successfully made a 2D landscape here. So the last thing we want to do is save this image, export the image, and set it as desktop background. So what I'm gonna do is go to File, Save. You can also use the universal shortcut Ctrl+S. And what I'm gonna do is locate to my folder. I would recommend you to create a separate folder for your all creations, as I have created GIMP, and I'm gonna name it as layered and 2D landscape. You can name it anything as you want. 2D landscape. So it will save it as .xcf file, which is the official GIMP file, so you can anytime edit it. And now we want to export that, so go to File, Export. It will save it as .png, or you can save it anything as you want. For example, .jpg, like that. I'm gonna set it to .png. Hit export, and now it will ask some settings before exporting. Here's it. You can set it to default, nothing to change here, and allow it to export. Here we exported our image. So what I'm gonna do is go to the directory where I have saved my image, and here is our 2D landscape. So right click, set as desktop background, and wow, that looks cool. So in this video we learned how to make a 2D landscape like that. We learned how to use GIMP, we learned about layers, we learned about brush presets, we learned about free select tool, of course. And thanks for watching. Please hit the like button, and if you want to see more, hit the like button. If you want to see more, please subscribe my channel and hit the notification bell, so you'll be notified when my next video is uploaded. Thanks for watching. I'll meet you in the next video.